Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti NURFITRAH binti Amin. I'm from 1 BTEC. My matrix number B0621103551. Our topic, managing human resource globally. My subtopic, identify the recent changes that have caused companies to expand into international markets. For introduction, there are three trends in global expansion. Firstly, new markets or new customer. Second, movie production facilities may lower labor costs. And last, information technology. There are four types current global changes. Firstly, European Union, they share currency which is called Euro. Secondly, in NAFTA, they had increased employment opportunities for Americans with higher level skill. Thirdly, the growth of Asia had population of more than 1 billion. Lastly, general agreement on tariff and trade had reduced trade barriers globally. For factors affecting human resource management in international market are culture, economic system, education, human capital, and political legal system. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is ZULFAQAR bin YUSRY. My class is BTEC section 1, group 2, and my topic is human resource globally, and my subtopic factor that most strongly influence human resource management in international market. There is four main factors affecting human resource management in international market. The four factor is culture, economic system, education, which is human capital, and political, which is legal system. For first point, which is culture, there is a few points that we can discuss. The first one is often determine the other three factors effective HRM in global market. Second, often determine the effectiveness of various HRM practices. And fourth, the third implication of culture for HRM, which is we got two. The first one, profound impact on the country's economy health by promoting certain values that either aid or inhibit economic growth. Influence the way manager behave in relation to subordinates, may influence the appropriateness of HRM practices. The fourth one is influence how employees value certain aspect of their work environment. The second one is about education, which is human capital. We got 3 points, which is educational opportunities. Countries with low human capital attract facilities that require low skill and also low wage level. Then the last one is countries with high human capital, attractive site for direct foreign investment that create high skill job. The third one, which is political legal system. We got 2 points, which is often stated that requirement for certain HRM practices, such as training, compensation, hiring, firing, and layoff. And the last one, growth of the culture, society of the country. And the last point, which is economic system. There are 3 points. There are 3 points that related to economic system, which is number 1, socialist system, which is education is free, but the little economic incentive and higher taxes. For capitalist system, cost to develop human capital is higher and can reap monetary reward. And the last one, developing countries, which is low labor cost. Thank you for watching my video. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi Dr. Amir. I would like to introduce myself quickly. I am An-Nisa from Group 10. In this presentation, we will discuss subtopic Managing Employees in a Global Context in the chapter Managing Human Resources Globally. Okay, let's begin. Before I start, I'd like to share a quick story about employees in an international workforce. Employees may come from the employee's parents' country, a host country, or a third country. A host country is a country in which an organization operates a facility. In GM operation, in Great Britain, the Austrian manager would be a third country national. In general, employees assigned to work in another country are called expatriates. Pfizer Benevola strategy include hiring residents of Islam and training them to call on doctor's officer. IBM worked with Boston Northwestern University to set up an MBM training program in their employees. In this presentation, we will discuss type of international employees. Did you know that the international employees have three types of countries, which is parent country, third countries, and host countries? The first is parent countries. A parent country is where the company corporate headquarters is located. For example, the United States is the parent country of the General Motors. Third countries. A third country is a country other than the host country or parent country, and the company may or may not have a facility there. Host country. A host country is where the parent country organization seek to discover a facility. Thus, Great Britain is a host country for General Motors because GM has operation there. In the next section, I will show types of employees. Do you know there are 4 types of employees? Aspirate. The term aspirated is generally used for employees sent by company in one country to manage operation in different country. With the increasing globalization of business, it is now important to distinguish between different types of aspirators. Parent country national. Parent country nationals are employees who were born and live in parent country. Number 3 is host country national. Host country national are employees born and raised in host as opposite to parent country. Number 4 is third country national. Finally, third country national are employees born in country other than parent country and host country, but who work in the host country. The following is the diagram of the level of global participation employees in the global marketplace. International organization, an organization that set up one or a few facilities in one or a few foreign countries. For multinational company, an organization that build facility in a number of different countries in an effort of minimum production and distribution costs. An organization that choose to locate a facility based on a ability to effectively. And finally, is a global organization. That brings us to the end of presentation. I would like to summarize by saying, organization need employees who understand customer and supply in other country. They need to understand local law and custom and be able to adapt them to local situation. Countries differ in the degree to which their labor market include people with education and skill of value to employers. Sincerely appreciate your attention today, and that's bring us to the end, and I want to thank you for your time and your attention today.
Assalamualaikum and hi to Dr. Amir. I'm NURALYA NADZIRA binti ABDULLAH from BTEC Section 1 and I'm from Group 10. So today I will continue presenting the subtopic of managing human resources globally, which is I will present about 4 levels of global participant and the human resources management it should face within each level. For the global participant, it consists of 4 levels. First, domestic, second, multinational and transnational, and third, international, and the last one is global. First, for domestic human resources management, is it only involved with the administration of employee in a single or limited number of countries? Second, multinational corporations have a centralized management system and operate in multiple countries. Meanwhile, transnational corporations have a large number of subsidiaries around the world yet lack a centralized management system. Third, international. International in a global participant is the process of obtaining, assigning, and employing human resources to meet state objectives. And the last one, global. Human resources, often known as global human resources management, which is an umbrella word that refers to all parts of an organization worldwide human resources, payroll, and the talent management operation. Next, the issue faced within each level. For domestic, they need to face with employee retention, like losing an employee whether by termination or resignation, can increase the cost of hiring new employee, recruiting employee and training a new employee, as well as overtime pay for worker covering their workload will be included in the cost. Second, the issue for multinational and transnational is building company culture. For this level of global participant, it might be challenging with employees working worldwide, speaking different language, and accustomed to sometimes contrasting work practice. Third, the issue for international need to be faced is expenses. Managing human resources at a global level is more costly than doing so at a local level. To put together policies that are fair and uniform across the board, addressing varied laws and the standard in the local market, considerably more research and development is required. And the last one is global level issue is abiding by local laws. When legal implications are overlooked, they can hurt your company's brand image and cost you a lot of money. Many labor rules change as a move from state to state or country to country. The organization must ensure that all local rules and regulations are followed. If the business violates any rule, it may be forced to cease operation in that region. That's it. Thank you.
Good day, lecturer. My name is Binti. I'm from 1 BTEC Section 1. Now, I'm going to present the topic about discuss the ways companies attempt to compensate and reintegrate expatriate managers. What is the meaning of compensation? Compensation refers to any payment given by an employer to an employee during their period of employment. In return, the employee will provide their time, labor, and skills. To manage expatriate, the company needs to determine the compensation package depends on the host company. The first one is base pay. Company will take one of the following approaches to establish base salaries for expatriates. The first approach is the home country based approach. It is broken down into 4 general categories, which is tax, housing, goods and service, and discretionary income. The second approach is the host country based approach. It is based on local national rates. The third approach is the headquarters based approach. This approach assumes that all assignees, regardless of location, are in one country. And the last approach is balance sheet approach. It is calculated by using the home country based approach with all allowance, deduction, and reimbursement. The last approach is balance sheet. It is calculated by using the home country based approach with all allowance, deductions, and reimbursement. The second point is variable and incentive compensation. It is generally fall into 2 categories, which is short-term incentive plans and long-term incentive plans. Short-term incentive plans are usually annual plans that link awards based on meeting individual or group performance criteria and objectives. However, long-term incentive plans can vary in length from 3 to 5 years. It typically include equity-based incentives such as stock options, restricted share grants, and other types of equity-based plans like phantom stocks, or stock appreciation rights. The third point is benefits. Benefits is broken down into three general categories, which is healthcare plans, retire plans, and partner assistance. And the last point is allowance. Allowance generally fall into four categories, which is cost of living, housing, education, and relocation payments. What is the meaning of reintegration? It is common thinking about the reintegration after an assignment abroad was like coming home to the home company as well as in private matters. Re-entry may result culture shock. About 60 to 70% of expatriates do not know what their position will be up on their return. However, about 25% of expatriates leave the company within 1 year upon returning. Therefore, the communication and validation will be needed to solve this problem. Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Amil. I am Desing, the student from Year 1 BTEC. Today, I am here to talk about managing human resource globally, and I will discuss the ways companies attempt to select and train expatriate managers. Firms using an ethnocentric or geocentric staffing strategy will have expatriate managers competence in the area of operations. There are four dimensions that predict success, which is self-orientation, others orientation, perceptual ability, and cultural techniques. Many other skills are necessary to be successful in an overseas assignment, which is ability to maintain a positive self-image and feeling of well-being, ability to foster relationships with host country nationals, and ability to perceive and evaluate the host country's environment accurately. Use of women expatriate assignments has proven beneficial for companies. Recent evidence disproves the notion that women are not successful managers in foreign countries. After selecting a manager for a position, training and development programs should be implemented. Historically, most firms focus more on training than on management development. Training to focus upon preparing the manager for a specific job. Management development is concerned with developing the skills of the manager over time, gives the manager a skill set and reinforce organizational culture. Training for expatriate managers have three types. It is cultural training, language training, and practical training. Cultural training seeks to foster an appreciation for the host country's culture, history, politics, economy, religion, social, and business practice. Familiar relationship to the host country to its culture shock. Language training, exclusive reliance on English diminishes expatriate managers' ability to interact with host country nationals. Practical training aimed at helping the expatriate manager and family ease themselves into day-to-day life in the host country support network of friends. This is the end of my presentation. I can see that the time is about up. I didn't like to finish by saying thank you.